Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
So you can talk all the shit you want. At the end of the day, I have every right to bitch.
Well, the only people that should have the right to bitch is his family, because this moron almost killed him. And you're going to learn all about it in this week's episode of Big Mad. Episode 30, Cecil, the Moronic mechanic. Now, Billy the Kid Toucher really fucked up this time, because the stupidity almost killed his family. But before we get to that story, let me give you an example of how slow this dude really is, because it's going to come in handy at the end of the video.
I want you to know what you're representing, and this goes out to somebody who begs for my attention every day.
As usual, your boy's talking about Master Shredder again, because he's worried about Shredder getting that hard drive.
Drama community calls me Turtle for some reason. I don't know why. They do.
They've been calling him Turtle for years because he's fucking slow. They even made a meme about it.
He thinks when Sky Turtle go.
Turtles in character, only thing I can think of is Ninja Turtles, okay?
See what I mean when I call him slow? Why would anybody be going around calling him a Ninja Turtle?
Ninja Turtles represents the good guy winning and truth prevailing. So you can call me Turtle all you want.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm convinced that those drugs ate the last brain cell he actually had left.
I'm 45% Cherokee Indian. If I was in a tribe back in the day, they would probably call me Turtle or something. That's fine. Little Turtle or something.
Little Turtle. They'll just call him Billy the Kid Toucher like everybody else does.
Our native people give out nicknames that represent the character of what and who people are.
And since he likes to mess with kids, they would just call him Dances with Diddlers.
This guy calls himself Master Shredder. Now he claims I'm a diaper diver, chomo, and all this other bullshit that is so far from being the truth. What are you gonna do when there's two little hot girls you feel is hot at the time? You know? Well, let me just say, at the time, these girls were not ugly little girls.
And the only 17-year-old gonna find an 8 and a 10-year-old hot is a chomo.
What did the turtle say in the 90s? Man, it's great to be a turtle! Cowabunga, dude.
Example number 130 of how cringy this dude really is.
So now let's get to Master Shredder. This stalker of mine of 10 years calls himself Master Shredder. Based off the actual villain, the character on the Ninja Turtles.
And once he went into this rant, I knew your boy was high as shit.
What does the character Master Shredder represent? What did he do in the Ninja Turtles?
So because Shredder uses that name to troll Cecil, he's gonna use that to try to throw a bunch of bullshit on Shredder's name. Check this shit out.
What did Master Shredder do when it comes to children? Master Shredder in the movies from the 90s, the storyline was...
Your boy's about to compare his real life situation to a fictional story.
Alcohol, firearms, and tobacco. Master Shredder gave to kids for them and trained them to fight people for him. So basically, it was sex trafficking.
That was no sex trafficking in the movie Ninja Turtles. Your boy's just high as fuck.
And slavery. That's what Master Shredder from the Ninja Turtles in the 90s represented.
And clearly your boy was high as shit when he watched the movie, if that's what he got from
The
it.
character Master Shredder was a child sex trafficker in the movie The Ninja Turtles from the 90s.
Now since Master Shredder the YouTuber, nor the movie character, did any of this, your boy just on here crashing out.
Obviously, whoever created Master Shredder and this whole character was fucked up in the head.
Who's really fucked up in the head here? The people that created a cartoon for children? Or the goofy in front of you who messes with children, who's talking about a fictional character like it's real?
Stop acting like you are a villain against chomos when you're not. You represent a villain who has chomo tendencies.
No, this is what you call chomo tendencies.
Because I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
Now, if you think your boy made himself look stupid right here, it does not compare to how the rest of his week went. Because just like his psychic powers, this goofy woke up and decided he was going to be a mechanic with no training at all. Let's see how this works out.
Take this off to get this off. I think this is pretty much loose. See, look. And I loosen this stuff up and this.
Now you can already tell by the way he's talking that he should not be taking his car apart. He should go to a professional.
I got everything disconnected, I think. Almost there to where I could pull this off. I might be missing one bolt, but I know where everything goes.
If he knew where everything went, he wouldn't be missing any bolts.
But in order to get the spark plugs out, I need a longer socket. I knew I didn't have the right tool.
Now the fact that he's trying to work on a car and he doesn't even have the right tools to do it should already raise a bunch of red flags to anybody that's watching. But he came back on later on that day pretty proud of himself. So check this shit out.
We're gonna do our first test start real quick. Let's hope this is a good video. Always makes that sound.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your car is not supposed to make that sound.
I'm gonna see if the engine light's on like it was when it first happened. No engine light, no engine light. Woohoo! Alright, let's take this bitch for a test run. I do smell gas because I haven't drove it in a while.
And I'm pretty sure you shouldn't smell gas at all.
I think that's all I needed, brother. What am I doing? I gotta shut the hood. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, the so-called mechanic just tried to pull off with the hood up. What an idiot.
So let's shut the hood, take it for a spin. I'm gonna do another video for you in the future.
Oh, he definitely came back with a video. And you definitely got to pay attention to this one because he throws himself under the bus. And what he says is really important to the end of the video.
I got zero experience with car repairs. Nobody ever taught me anything about cars. I never went to school for cars.
Trust me, that statement's going to come back to bite him in the ass pretty soon.
I completely researched myself on how to figure out, based off of the codes, how to fix my car.
And since he's still running around claiming Kanika had a reenactment because he can't comprehend what he reads, I'm pretty sure his research was shit.
Completely tuned up my car by changing the spark plugs in the calipers, which is like a $600 to $800 fucking job at a mechanic.
And people pay those prices to mechanics because they want it done right.
Within 2 hours, completely with hand tools, completely fucking fixed my car, gave my car a tune-up, and I made a mistake about what a throttle body was compared to a carburetor, and trolls still find a reason to make fun.
Well, mixing those parts up is a pretty massive mistake. You sound like a moron.
For not knowing that a throttle body is not a carburetor.
And if you don't know what the parts do and you can't identify them, then you really shouldn't be working on a car.
Fix my car with no fucking mechanical experience on an issue that most people would have to take their car into a shop and spend fucking hundreds of dollars to fix.
And trust, he's gonna learn that he should have definitely did the same thing.
You guys made comments like, oh, put the wrenches down and step away from the car. Don't be doing any more tune-ups. Run away from the car as fast as you can because that's not a carburetor. You guys are fucking childish.
More like people were trying to warn him before he took that lemon on the road and killed somebody. And he can't take anybody's advice without getting upset about it. Just like he did in this next clip.
Look at this moron. When people say stupid shit like this, man. You admit that you don't have no business working on cars. Oh, by the way, calipers are parts of the brakes. Anybody who's been trolling me for a long time knows that I did, on a 2003 Highlander Limited V6, I did my wife's brakes all the way around, and her car's still running good.
That's right, people. He took his wife's car apart. What can go wrong?
I know what the fuck calipers were. And when I did the videos and I said spark plugs and calipers, I knew I fucked up. At that moment, I knew I fucked up because I knew a nitpicking ass punk was gonna come here and say some shit like that.
And there he is trying to cover for his fuck up. If he knew what it was, he would have corrected himself right then and there.
This guy right here, this Oklahoma Rebel fucking troll account right here.
And wait till you hear the lie he's about to make up on this person.
This motherfucker is probably a mechanic who robs people. Who tells people that they gotta spend a certain amount to get certain things done to their cars. He's probably a rip-off bitch, is what he is.
As you can see, the dude's fucking delusional.
How much you want to bet he's a rip-off punk out here ripping off hard-working families to do 10-minute fucking jobs for thousands of dollars and lying in his pocket and while lying to hard-working families? How much you want to bet?
You see, when Cecil doesn't have a defense against the things that people say, he just makes up these wild stories to make himself feel better.
I do my wife's car repairs too. I've only been driving since I was 40 years old. I'm 43 now.
This dude's only been driving for 3 years, yet he thought he can wake up and just be a mechanic.
Now, if there's a car that I feel, a car issue that I feel I can do, I'm going to do. And I'm going to save money.
Oh, that statement's definitely going to come back to haunt him.
And I don't trust mechanics with my cars. I don't believe that they're going to hook something back up right. I might be missing one bolt, but I know where everything goes.
Looks like this is the only goofy that's not going to put something back right.
I've made a few dollars working on cars. Doing this and that. I made a couple dollars working on my sister's car.
Man, I hope she's insured.
Maybe I'm meant to be a mechanic. You know what? I might go ahead and just go be a mechanic. Just because of you haters.
Now, before we finish off this mechanic story, your boy Cecil had to take a break, and he decided to come live and crush over Ryan Upchurch again. Check this shit out.
Hey, I heard Ryan Upchurch is looking for some farmer help.
And if you can't tell by his face, he's about to make a fool out of himself.
I grow tomatoes on my porch. I live right at the tippy top of Kentucky, right across the river from Cincinnati.
And I'm sure when Ryan said he was looking for a farmer, he was definitely talking about a dude that grows tomatoes on his porch.
So I got a good green thumb, but the only thing is, if I was to come down and help you, I'd have to bring my daughter, her friend, my wife, my dog, and we'd get rid of the 5 cats.
And that just proves that he didn't give a shit about those cats at all. But at least being away from that goofy will keep them safe, and they don't gotta worry about being tortured anymore.
If I tase this cat.
What he's doing is called animal cruelty, and somebody needs to use that taser on him.
But if the opportunity ever came where I could bring my family up, I would definitely be a farmer for you.
This dude really thinks somebody's gonna take care of him and his whole family.
I would definitely do it. Although I do have haters lying on me though.
Nobody's lying on this chomo, and if he does move in with Ryan, I hope he has consideration to tell him.
I only play with myself maybe once every 5 months.
You looking at the face of a whole goofy.
You know, cause I'm 44, I used to rap and shit. I still do it once in a while. Do my little music or whatever. I'm teaching myself harmonica, but I got a shit ton of beats.
Excuse him, what he meant to say was, he got a bunch of shit beats by the tons.
Not only would I be a good farmer for you, but I'd also be a good security guard.
This dude couldn't last 1 minute boxing a 16-year-old kid, yet he's gonna be a bodyguard. Okay.
So you'd get the best of both worlds. Security, a farmer guy who is securing your farm, keeping the rats out of your shit.
And if you hire that chomo, all you'll be doing is putting a rat into your shit. But your boy came back later on, showing his love for Ryan again, and interjected himself into one of Ryan's beefs.
Okay, there's people out there who think if you say something bad about Ryan Upchurch, he's gonna end your career, he's gonna ruin your life.
If you attack Ryan, he has every right to defend himself.
I've never seen a grown-ass man crush over a dude as hard as he does over Ryan or Tupac.
Fuck Ryan Upchurch. End my career. Go for it.
What career?
Which is the exact response Cecil gets every time he tells somebody he used to be a rapper.
There's not one song that you got that rings a bell into my head besides I Can't Look at My Face.
Which is the title of Cecil's autobiography.
Featuring one of the fakest rappers that has no views in the industry, named Tom Ronald McDonald.
And the irony is, all the people he's trying to shit on has done more in the rap business than he has.
Creek Squad, who was always rallying behind Ryan and defending Ryan like I am right now.
And I don't know why this dude still thinks he's Creek Squad when Ryan came to my video and said he'll beat Cecil's ass if he ever came to his house.
I can't look at my face! Why? Because I can't look at my face!
As you can see, your boy's crashing out right now. And the funniest part about this whole situation is that all the people in Creek Squad told him to stop trying to represent them because they don't fuck with chomos. And I remember somebody telling me one time,
then you're going to get Creek Squad after you. And trust me, there's a lot of people out there who don't want Creek Squad on their ass.
something he found out real quick when they warned him and told him to fuck off.
I don't want to hear about people saying that not everyone can use hashtag Creek Squad in their titles, because everyone has a right to pursue success and happiness.
If you can't tell, your boy was crying before he turned the camera on.
There's no rules and stipulations on who is Creek Squad and who isn't.
Well, apparently it is to the Creek Squad when it comes to you being a chomo. And since your boy couldn't take the hint and fuck off, they came right back when he saw his new video and told him again.
All right, let's go ahead and address this fucker right now.
If you can't tell, your boy's big mad.
See, love, I'm a longtime Creek Squad member, and I personally know Ryan. Well, get a hold of Ryan then. Ask him what he thinks.
Well, according to this, he thinks he's going to beat your ass if he sees you.
Please stop speaking on behalf of Creek Squad. Creek Squad, including Ryan, all know about your legacy and what you did.
And it looks to me like they really don't like chomos.
Unfortunately, in your case, we as Creek Squad cannot have you claiming to be one of us.
And you know, when he read that, he started tearing up.
Walk away quietly. We don't want to blow this thing up. Blow it up, bitch.
And he might want to quit talking tough, you know, because
You're gonna get Creek Squad after you. And trust me, there's a lot of people out there who don't want Creek Squad on their ass. But if you continue to speak for us, it's gonna get noisy. Let it get noisy then. Creek Squad looked into you, and we never have seen you show any concrete proof that what your exposers have shown us is fake.
that's because he can't.
Where's the proof, cowboy? In our eyes, you're admitted to it, and we can't stand with you. Please stop representing us. However, if you do have proof proving your innocence, then show us.
And I hope they're not holding their breath.
First of all, my haters are using a misleading video that has been altered. A live stream that has been turned into a video, then from a video to a altered, re-uploaded video. None of the videos that they're using that is supposed to be so-called proof is uploaded on my channel.
Only because he deleted all the video to try to hide the evidence. Just proving the point that he's 100% guilty.
Second, they went and got a so-called victim, which was a boy that lived on my street that looked up to me. He tried to act like he was a victim by saying that I snorted drugs in front of him, which is not true, which he can't prove either.
And that is Chomo Goes lying again, since he admitted in the last episode to snorting his pills.
Even if I did snort anything in your presence, it was probably when I first got into recovery and was snorting my fucking prescription.
Finally, this motherfucker basically admitted to doing it.
And if you're watching and you're a member of Creek Squad, you see your boy just likes to lie.
There was a victim out there that I so-called victimized. Why is it that these haters on YouTube found the girls, and the girls is not supporting what these haters are saying about me?
Really? Because when his sister and his rap friends exposed him, he came live and told everybody that the girls went along with his sister and said that he molested them.
So she went along with my sister. Yeah, that's what he did. He molested me.
And those are his words, not mine.
The girls tried to touch me and I told on them. So how the fuck is that proof of me being a self-admitted child chomo?
He didn't tell on anybody. He slept with the girls because he figured their mom didn't care.
But when I did fall for the lust, because I would fall for it sometimes as well, because I figured, heck, their mom didn't care. I might as well just fall for the lust myself.
Spoken like a true chomo.
So they don't have any victims saying this. They're all going based off of my video that they altered and re-uploaded.
Well, I think this underage victim of yours to have something different to say to that.
At the time, I was 13 or 14. I was a minor, and I made that very well known on my channel. And he still decided to comment the inappropriate things he did anyways.
So in your age and still decided to be a creep. Your boy's a pedo.
I was a minor. And he knew I was a minor and was sexualizing me in my comment section.
And if that's not creepy enough for you, listen to what else he did to this girl.
Traumatic experiences I had, from him staring at me while I was on a bus, by myself.
And now you see why I call him the creep of Covington.
To him following me down Madison in his hometown and catcalling me.
And at the time, she was 14 and he was in his late 30s. This dude's a fucking pedo.
If Creek Squad wants to believe what my haters are saying with their manipulated, lying, fake videos after I prove that they lie numbers and numbers and numbers of time, then that's on you. But I'm not going to stop being Creek Squad.
No, your boy's a part of the Crack Squad, because Creek Squad made it quite clear that your boy's not a part of their group.
I was a good-looking young man. Girls liked me when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, girls liked me. It's just what it was.
You know, like his best friend's daughter, who was 10 years old, who now has to go to therapy because of this dumbass.
Their oldest daughter, their oldest kid, was about 10 or 11 when she tried to grab on me. The little girl had a little kid crush on me. And every time she was alone, she'd be real flirtatious.
How can a 10-year-old be flirtatious? This dude's fucking sick.
The couple times that I was left alone with her and her having a little crush on me, do you really think I wanted to be Uncle Cecil the bad guy and tell on her just because she had a little harmless crush?
That's right, people. He wants you to believe that every time he was left alone with this little girl, he wasn't molesting her, she was molesting him. He just let it happen because he didn't want to be the bad guy and snitch on her, even though he liked to say all the time.
The girls tried to touch me and I told on them.
Yet when it came to his best friend's kid, who could probably beat his ass, when it came to telling him, he was all like,
Do you really think I wanted to be Uncle Cecil the bad guy and tell on her just because she had a little harmless crush?
And when his best friend found out, this chomo ran away. So yeah, he's guilty.
And I had to fight a lot of girls off of me when I was a child. You know? This is my daughter's room. I am a father.
There he goes invading his daughter's privacy again. And he still hasn't gotten her a door for a room, even though she's now a teenager. And since she has a best friend staying in the same room with her right now, I don't think he's gonna get her a door anytime soon, because he's a perv.
And you know what? I don't have to prove what liars are saying about me. I don't have to waste no time on anything my haters are saying. Quit calling them exposers, because they're not. They're haters that just need to be ignored. And nobody has to prove nothing about what these people are saying, because they can't prove what they're saying about me.
And he's gonna keep telling himself that, hoping one day that it's gonna come true. But now that we're done watching his breakdown, let's get back to watching him break his car, because he called in another moron to help him, and he knows nothing about cars either. Check this shit out.
Disconnect this. I had to unhook the throttle body. I don't know why I thought that was a fucking carburetor, but you learn as you go.
And that's not what you want to hear from somebody working on your car.
But Charlie's
I'm not sure, but
Charlie's one of the reasons why I'm learning so much about cars. He's self-taught too.
And Charlie's about to show you that he knows just as much as Cecil. Nothing.
But he's been working on cars for years. What is this thing right here?
I'm not sure. I want to say an air idle.
Yeah.
Sensor. I'm not sure.
See what I mean? You don't want Tweedledee and Tweedledum working on your shit.
Huh.
Yeah, it's probably your
It might
IAC,
sense his...
your idle air sensor, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a sensor though.
So, given the fact this is 2009, how good of the condition do you think this is in?
Although that could be a PCB valve too.
As you can see, these two have no idea what they're looking at. Which brings us to our final chapter, where Cecil's lack of skills will show how deadly they truly
When you go
are.
to AutoZone, make sure you check and make sure that you're getting the right part number. Because my wife's 2003 Toyota Highlander Limited V6 four-wheel drive, she needed an alternator.
And you don't have to be psychic to know that he fucked his wife's car up.
Okay, so I'm not going to say which AutoZone because I don't need my haters trolling me.
And as you can see, it didn't take much effort to see what AutoZone it was. Shout out to Master Shredder.
And I get there and just walk in, told them I'm here for the alternator. They take me to a cash register, ring me up, boom, bought it, leave. I go to Hetty's car and I get the old one out.
Which spelled the beginning of the end for that car.
Went ahead and put the alternator that they sold me in my wife's car, which worked for over a month, but it would always make a squeaking sound, and after the squeaking stopped, you would see smoke coming from somewhere around the alternator area. Always makes that sound.
And since he think cars are supposed to make sounds like that, no wonder he didn't care about the smoke.
And mind you, I've had haters say, oh, it's because an idiot that don't know what he's doing put the alternator in.
And clearly they weren't lying.
No, maybe the idiot at AutoZone sold me the wrong fucking alternator. Maybe that's what the problem was. But it worked for over a month.
Or maybe the moronic mechanic should have checked the part before he put it in his wife's car.
So I'm going to tell you what they did. The part number I needed was 12299. That's the alternator for the Toyota Highlander Limited V6 four-wheel drive. And that's 130 amps. Okay? What they sold me was part number 13956, which was only 100 amps.
And if he had the proper tools to check, like a voltmeter, he would have known that. But he already told you.
I knew I didn't have the right tool. So once I called the AutoZone that sold me the wrong alternator and gave them all this information, they couldn't argue with anything I said. And they said, well, we can't give you a refund, but we can replace the part for you. So tomorrow the part will be here and you can pick it up and bring the old part in. Boom. So there you go. My wife's car will be fixed tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
Is AutoZone gonna replace the burn up wires and every other thing that goes wrong with my wife's car that breaks because these idiots didn't want to put the blunt down and fucking focus enough to get the right part for somebody?
The wires wouldn't have burned up had he checked the part beforehand or went to an actual mechanic.
So be careful, guys, when you go to AutoZone. Make sure you're getting the right part number before you even show up. Because some of these people are smoking weed and they're lazy.
Sad to dude that was too lazy to get the proper tools to do the job right. And I'm sure if they were smoking weed, they definitely weren't snorting pills. And I bet you're dying to hear what happened to Hetty's car once he put that new part in it, aren't you? Well, check this shit out.
When I seen your goofy ass, crusty ass channel, I seen that you were talking shit about me, saying some things about AutoZone.
Yeah, he's talking about Krusty's channel. Go subscribe because he documented this situation pretty well.
AutoZone selling me the wrong part and me trusting after 13 years of buying parts from AutoZone?
There he goes lying again. He and Hetty have only been driving for 4 years. So why would he be buying parts for 13?
And they've never sold me a wrong part? So I didn't know to check the part?
Yeah, and that's most likely because
I got zero experience with car repairs. Nobody ever taught me anything about cars. I never went to school for cars.
Meaning he shouldn't be working on cars.
Look, I'll hold myself accountable a little bit.
What do you mean a little bit? Him not going to a mechanic caused all of this.
For not checking the part number, which I've never had to at AutoZone.
And any real mechanic will tell you to always check the part numbers.
Ever. Unless it was a light bulb.
And I wouldn't trust this goofy to install a light bulb.
But AutoZone's selling me the wrong alternator? And it worked for over a month? Even though it was the wrong wattage? My wife's car. Not only did it almost fry her electrical components.
And none of this is AutoZone's fault since he claimed he researched the part himself and found it.
Researched myself on how to figure out, based off of the codes, how to fix my car.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
Her car died while she was going 65 to 70 miles per hour on a highway with my daughter and my daughter's best friend in the car.
Something that would have never happened had he went to a real mechanic instead of saying stupid shit like this.
Now, if there's a car that I feel, a car issue that I feel I can do, I'm going to do. And I'm going to save money.
And that's why he's in the situation that he's in. Because he wanted to save money instead of just going to a mechanic and keeping his wife and kids safe.
Them making that careless decision to be lazy and not do their job properly almost killed my family.
No, the goofy was...
No fucking mechanical experience.
Is who almost killed his wife and kid because he's cheap.
So you can talk all the shit you want. At the end of the day, I have every right to bitch about AutoZone selling the wrong part. And second, when they did give me the right alternator, the motherfucker wouldn't charge the fucking battery.
That's because he fried the circuit when he put the wrong part in, which would explain all the smoke, moron.
So I went back to get my money back, and this motherfucker, manager, told me that I needed a picture of the receipt of my mechanic buying a different one from somewhere else before he would give me my refund.
And since Cecil never went to a mechanic, I'm sure he came up with another scam to get his money back.
Even though the fucking refund policy says if you return it within 90 days, you can get a refund or a new part. So I contacted corporate. I had to go provide a receipt from my mechanic who bought a new alternator from O'Reilly's. And I don't trust mechanics with my cars. I don't believe that they're gonna hook something back up right.
So after the dude fucked everything up, he went and ran to a real mechanic to go buy him a part so he can scam AutoZone into believing he went to a mechanic in the first place so he can get a refund. What a fucking scammer.
Before he would fucking give me my money back for the alternator that didn't work.
I mean, this is really crazy. He went to a mechanic to get a refund, but he wouldn't go to make sure his wife and kid were safe. What a fucking goofy.
I'm supposed to receive a call tomorrow, the first business day of the week. You haters can talk all the shit you want. I really don't give two flying fucks.
And since he bought the first alternator from a different AutoZone, he's gonna be real disappointed when they check those part numbers and they see that your boy was full of shit. So don't be surprised when he comes back ranting about not getting a refund.
You people don't know me. You make assumptions about me. Everything you say about me is false. No matter how you look at it or try to prove that what you say is real, you guys have found the girls, and which proves that I'm innocent.
Did he really jump from almost killing his family to ranting about us, exposing him about the girls again? What a clown.
Tell the people why you really talking shit about me. Tell them. Come on, let's be real. Because I defended Steve Huff.
What the fuck does Steve Huff have to do with anything? Your boy's crashing out.
And I defended him, so that's why you're saying it. Tell the people the truth.
The truth is, you're looking at the face of a whole goofy and a complete idiot. And he was so proud of himself for ripping off AutoZone that he decided to debut his new dance along with his new single, Kid Stalker.
Stalker. Stalker. Day stalker. Kid stalker. Night walker. Stalker. Stalker.
Man, I swear this dude is cringy as fuck. But that's why I'm going to have to end this episode. I hope you had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, hit the Cash App for your boy. Or go check out one of the t-shirts in our new shop. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
I really think I wanted to be Uncle Cecil the bad guy and tell on her just because she had a little harmless crush. I got zero experience with car repairs. Nobody ever taught me anything about cars. I never went to school for cars. Recovery and was snorting my fucking prescription.